Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend on tap. So, it was being reported. Let's get into some Eagles news. We're going Eagles news video, just a little roundup. So, it was reported that Jake Elliott said that Jason Kelce has been around the team every single day. Every single day the team has been reporting, Jason Kelce has been there. And that just, I love that because we have a big change on the offensive line with our anchor, with our leader leaving the team in Jason Kelce, with a legend leaving the team. So for Jason Kelce to still be coming around, and I'm sure talking to the youngsters, talking to the rooks, talking to those guys that's been on the team, and just probably coaching them up, probably helping out Stout, probably, just being a resource to the team and being a resource to those rookies, being a resource to the veterans that are going to have to step up in his place. And I just love that, y'all. It's just a family. I just love that Jason Kelce could be spending his time doing whatever he wants. We already know he's having a broadcast gig. He's going to be on ESPN Monday nights, so we're going to see him on there. But for him to be spending his time with the team, it just means so much, and it just goes to show the love that these players have for the organization, the love that they have for Philly, and especially since we came off of last season having so much drama, having so much he said, she said coming out of the locker room. It's good to know that the camaraderie is there, the love is there. This man is retired and he still wants to be around these players. He still wants to be around these coaches that remain on the team. So I love to see that. Also, we heard from our coordinators for the first time. So we heard from Vic Fangio. Some of my takeaways from Vic, he was talking about Cooper DeJean starting out in the slot and starting out in the outside and working his way from there. He also indicated that's going to be open competition at the linebacker position, inside linebacker, middle linebacker position. He said it's going to be open competition, and we're going to see who comes out on top at camp. It's not a presumed Nakobe Dean, Devin White situation. Everybody is going to battle, including Zach Bond, and including Oren Burks, who we signed in the offseason. He said he sees those guys as inside linebackers. He doesn't just see them as special teamers and whatnot. So battle there. Also, Vic just talking about instilling his playbook slowly, and just hearing from a veteran mind. It was good to hear, having known that we're going to have a veteran presence on the defense. Offensively, we heard from Kellen for the first time. Kellen was talking about one thing that I heard. I know a lot of y'all was pissed at him keep using the term process. He said process about 1,000 times, and we know as Philly fans, process is very triggering. But I did like what I heard from Kellen when he was asked about Jalen Hurts. He just instantly got so excited, and he was talking about his early interactions with Jalen are all positive, and their conversations just all around getting better. Jalen getting better, this offense getting better, and he said several times, Kellen said several times about changes to the offense, tweaks to the offense, maximizing the talent, but building on the chemistry that A.J. Brown and Jalen and Devontae already have. But I heard many times changes, tweaks, upgrades. I heard that many times, and that is what the playbook and the offensive system is going to need. So, yeah, and lastly, obviously, Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy went on their podcast, aired out a whole bunch of old bougie from the Chip Kelly era. It's crazy that Chip Kelly really stripped us. Chip Kelly really stripped us of an amazing era of Eagles football. Really just snatched that from us, took that from us as Eagles fans, and really just going back. And I've heard Deshaun talk about this several times, but just hearing it, every time I hear it, I'm just like, he really robbed us. He really robbed us of our fun. He really robbed us of that era of Vic, LaShawn, Deshaun. He took that from us as Eagles fans. That was a fun era. But they went on their podcast. They went on a long tangent, basically just airing out Chip Kelly, saying Chip Kelly was not comfortable around black players, and so many people in the locker room, even the Caucasian players, picked up on it. Are we surprised? No, not at all. I get that, the Chip Kelly era had to be traumatizing for Deshaun and LaShawn, but at this point, I get it's the offseason. We need something to talk about, but at the end of the day, y'all, I'm ready to move on from, we know Chip Kelly was a flaming hot mess. We know he was a flaming hot mess. And again, that's their platform. They're entitled to talk about whatever they want to. But when it comes to Eagles fans and our discourse over Chip, I just kind of feel like that's in the past. It's so in the past. We've won a Super Bowl since then. A lot has changed since then. I just feel like it's time for us as fans Like I said, the players who had to experience it, that's totally different. They're going to process things on their own time. But for us as fans, it's time for us to move on. It's time for us to move on. But y'all let me know what y'all think.